The Defenders is one of the least talked about Marvel superhero teams, and this is their entire first volume and collected editions, which is Essential Defenders Volumes 1 through 7, and then Marvel Epic Collection Defenders, The End of All Songs, which was Volume 9, and in this video I'm going to go through all of it. So just a little bit about this video on my channel Super Sam 7. I'm going to go run through all of these pretty quickly, just show you guys off what it is to read them in Volume 1. Of course, I probably will make more videos like this. I just want to do this because this seems on my other channel, The Real Super Sam, to be the first superhero team, or superhero complete history of, that I will make. And I thought, why not make a little bit of a reading order for collected editions here. Of course, I'm not going to call it that, but yeah, it'll be really interesting to just go through these and check them each out. And of course, this is my reading order, so I have a bunch of the essentials. I don't have the Omnibus or the Epic Collection. Well, I guess the start of this series is just Volume 1 Epic Collection. But anyway, so to start off is the Defenders. Marvel Essential Volume 1 of the Defenders, which has Doctor Strange issue 183, Submariner issues 222, 34, and 35, and the Incredible Hulk 126, Marvel Feature 1 through 3, and the Defenders issues 1 through 14, and Avengers issue 115 and 118 on the back. So this is the Marvel Premiere issue 1 cover with Doctor Strange, the Hulk, and Submariner, Namor the Submariner. And then here is this shot from the iconic Avengers Defenders war that lasted all of summer, 1 year back in the day, with the Hulk, Namor, Doctor Strange, and Hawkeye. He joined the Defenders, and I remember from the Avengers, yeah, Avengers Defenders. You can read that little blurb up there. So this all starts out. Open it up, you can see some other omnibuses or essentials like Doctor Strange 1 and 2 and Hulk 1 and 2. Always in these essentials they tell you what the order of the collected comics reprinted in here. And this all starts off in 1969 with Doctor Strange issue 183. I think it was, oh, it says right there, November, duh. And this is the first appearance of the Undying Ones that become the Defenders' enemies. Their first team up against them. Then it goes into Submariner issue 22 in February 1970, I'm guessing. Doctor Strange lives, but will the Submariner? Of course, here, Doctor Strange and Submariner team up. They fight monsters again from the Undying Ones. Then The Incredible Hulk issue 126 in April 1970, where stalks the Nightcrawler. So this one had the first appearance of the character Barbara, oh gosh, I think it was Barbara Norris or Barbara Ann? No, Barbara Norris, who I'll talk about her later because she becomes an important character very soon. But yeah, Hulk goes into this different dimension and fights this monster. And where is it? There's the girl right here sacrifices herself to save the Hulk. So she's trapped in the dark dimension for now. Or that dimension. I don't know if it was the dark dimension. I haven't read this for a while. Submariner issue 34 and 35 was next. Hulk, Silver Surfer, and Namor work together. And a little confusion happens with a bomb that sends the Avengers out. So it's Defenders versus the Avengers for the first time ever. Silver Surfer, Hulk, and Namor versus Giant Man, who I think was Hawkeye. Yeah, Hawkeye became Giant Man for a while. Thor and Iron Man. So that happens. Of course, Captain America guest stars. And then, finally, December 1971, The Defenders in Marvel Feature Issue 1, The Awesome Origin of the Most Fabulous Fighting Team of All. This had Hulk, Namor, and Doctor Strange work together to fight one of Doctor Strange's old enemies. And he made this giant monster that was going to destroy the world. But they worked together to stop him. And of course, this has some more Doctor Strange stuff. He's probably the most important character at the start for the Defenders. Then there's Marvel Feature Issue 2, where this cult wants to bring Dormammu back to our Earth, and of course Namor, Hulk, and Doctor Strange stop him. Surprisingly, Silver Surfer wasn't used that much after the very start of their of their world. Then there was this issue, Marvel Feature Issue 3, with, I forgot to say this guy's name, but Zemu or something. He was basically the Hulk before the Incredible Hulk. He was like the giant monster of Marvel. And then they turned him into a villain, so they work together and fight this guy who wants to run away with all these kids in space, but they stop him. And then the Defenders got their own series, Issue 1. Of course, again, the iconic trio of heroes. I don't want to go through each one, but yeah, there's Silver Surfer. Here he's in Issue 2. I didn't find these, the Undying one in Issue 3, and they save Barbara in this issue. Silver Surfer goes away, and in Issue 4, boom, the first appearance of the Valkyrie. Of course, a Valkyrie appeared before this, but this is the most well-known one. And yeah, she first appeared in the Defenders comic. Or at least her main version did. In the Defenders Issue 4, Valkyrie rides again. And yeah, she then joins the Defenders team, and in this issue also has the Enchantress and the Executioner and the Black Knight, so it is a really good story in my opinion. Of course, Issue 5, Valkyrie joins the team, and they fight this monster from that was planted back in Marvel Feature Issue 1. Here's Black Knight again, the Defenders Issue 6 with Silver Surfer again, this really washed up magician who, this is probably his only appearance, I don't know for sure. Alright, so I want to talk about another thing on this channel. So, excuse me, I will go into detail with all of these issues and comics a lot more on my other channel, The Real Super Sam. It will be in color and whatnot, and that's really the big one to look for. This is just a fun little warm-up. Here's Issue 7 where they fight Atuma. Hawkeye joins the team. I think this is a two-part story. Yeah, he teams up with the Red Ghost, the Iron Man villain, and it's really good. And then, of course, I don't think it tells us, but I think this was in Avengers issue 115, the ending of it, where Loki is blind and he teams up with Dormammu to take over the world. And to do so, they get the Black Knight. I forget the details, but basically the Avengers and Defenders fight each other throughout the summer back in 1972, I think. There's a Epic Collection of the Avengers. I think it's Avengers Epic Collection Volume 5. No, that's not Volume 5, Volume 6, that's what I meant. There's 116, Silver Surfer versus the Vision and the Scarlet Witch. Defenders issue 9, Iron Man versus Hawkeye, and something else happens. Another fight, Doctor Strange versus Black Panther. This one's really good. Avengers issue 117, Namor versus Captain America, in a story called Holocaust. Defenders issue 10, Hulk versus Thor. Alright. And then the big finale in Avengers issue 118, fighting Dormammu and Loki, and they all get together. Look at that splash panel of the heroes. After, yeah, there's Loki going crazy, losing his mind, and then they go back to just their old little their series in issue 11 now. Hawkeye stops fighting along with the team. Zemu returns in issue 12. That's how you say his name, right? The Squadron Sinister is in this two-part adventure in issue 13 and 14, and this was a big deal because, of course, well, here's the Wizard, but he becomes Speed Demon in the future. There's oh gosh, I forget his name. He's pretty cool. There's Hyperion. Here's Nighthawk, the most important one, because he becomes the leader of the Defenders in the future. He becomes a hero. He betrays the team. Of course, Namor returns, and this is all done for Nebulon, the man who bought the Earth. Defenders issue 14. He is super powerful. Kind of, I don't want to say they're like main enemy after the Undying ones in the middle of this essential, but yeah. That is how this one ends. You can see more essentials back here. There's X-Men, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four, Avengers, but their first printing, they give you a list. I actually like that. Was number 1. Volume 2 is a little bit more clean cut. It has Defenders issues 15 through 30, Giant Size Defenders 1 through 4, Marvel 2-in-1 6 and 7, Marvel Team Up issues 33 through 35, and Marvel Treasury Edition issue 1. And you can see here's all 4 of them with Silver Surfer on the cover. Here's the back with Power or Luke Cage. And he's against Nighthawk and Doctor Strange and Hulk because of a misunderstanding. Hopefully you can read this. Oh gosh, this Sons of Serpent. That's like my least favorite tale in the Defenders. It's so boring. A lot more essential pictures here. Silver Surfer, Giant Size Marvel, Hulk stuff. Okay. A little bit more smaller printing here. Alright, this kicked off with the Giant Size Defenders, and this was more of a retelling of other tales to get the Valkyrie more information on the team. So these are just reprints of their old stories. So it's kind of a, I don't know why it was in this essential, but I guess it makes sense. And look at this. The 5 original Defenders. Giant splash page. Okay, issues 15 and 16 were also a 2-parter with the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. There's Eunice the Untouchable, the Blob, and Magneto fighting Nighthawk, Valkyrie, and Doctor Strange, and Hulk. Of course, Magneto, he plans to make the Ultimate Mutant, and Defenders and Professor X work together to stop him. And he has his other mutants, and it's a really great tale. Really surprising. First time reading all this, I didn't even know that these moments existed. Here's the mutant right here. Giant Size Defenders issue 2. Hulk's going crazy again. They fight a robot, and this is where they team up with Damien Hellstorm, the son of Satan in the Marvel Universe, and he becomes a Defender as well, so that's kind of the big deal with this Giant Size issue. After that is an even better story because, well, this isn't why it's better. Valkyrie leaves, but then I think it's the Wrecking Crew's first appearance in Defenders issue 17 through 19, and Nighthawk becomes the team leader. And Power Man also joins the team. Yeah, you can see the Wrecker was already a villain, but then his crew of Thunderbolt, Pile Driver, and Bulldozer joined him. So that was what happened there. And then came a 3-parter with The Thing, which starts in Marvel 2-in-1 issue 6, The Thing in Doctor Strange, and it was The Thing in Valkyrie, and they find a lot about Barbara Norris's past, Valkyrie, the body that Valkyrie inhabits. Because Valkyrie is not, at this moment, a specific person. She inhabits the bodies of, or a body of another girl. Of course, there's the Executioner, and that's kind of their whole deal, exploring Barbara's history. Of course, there's Enchantress, maybe you saw. I'll be looking at this through my phone more. Here is Defenders issue 21. The Thing leaves in the end, and more stuff. Barbara Norris had a husband, but Valkyrie is in Barbara's body, so it's really awkward. And they fight these guys called the Headsmen. I forget a lot about them, but they were guys with just messed up experiments or bodies, and they want to take over the world because they have powers. Later, Ruby Thursday, one of a pretty cool forgotten Marvel villains, joins them. Okay, I guess all the Headsmen are forgotten Marvel villains, but you get it. Giant Size Defenders issue 3 is really good. The Grandmaster versus this robot called the Prime Mover that was created by Doctor Doom. And Daredevil joins the team here. And that's really all because they fight randomly. This was a really great tale. Oh gosh, where was it? I think I just skipped. Yeah, Giant Size Defenders issue 4 with Nighthawk, and he's taking out one of his girlfriends, and there's a car bomb inside, and it causes the girl to lose her arm and Nighthawk to be injured. And was that Yellow Jacket? I think it was. Yeah, Yellow Jacket helps them out, and they go after Egghead because that's who's I can't really forget the girl's name, but the girl's dad is Egghead, the Ant-Man villain Egghead. Fight the Squadron Sinister again. In the Marvel Team Up issues 33 through 35 happen, where Spider-Man fights the Meteor Man, or Looter, one of his forgotten villains, and to do that he teams up with Nighthawk and Valkyrie. And then for the Defenders, there's Marvel Team Up issue 35 with Doctor Strange and the Human Torch fighting this guy called Jeremiah. Yeah, it's not really that good in my opinion, that issue. Defenders issue 22 is the Sons of Serpent story arc, and I'm just not a fan. It's like they're fighting, I guess I might as well just say, they fight racism basically, but the leader turns out to be Nighthawk's banker or second hand when it comes to his business. Oh, Daredevil and Luke Cage are also in here, but if you know, you know. Okay, there's 25. Here's a great splash panel. Damien Hellstorm helps out. Yellow Jacket, Luke Cage. So, it's a big team up. It's a big team up. This also has the Guardians of the Galaxy. There's Charlie 27. I think that's his name. And, they go to the future and they help out because there's these monsters coming to Earth. Okay, I'm trying to get to a... Here we go. Yep, guest starring Guardians of the Galaxy. There's issue 26. Here, they go on like some sort of fighting show, reality show with the Hulk is on there, but you know, of course, Hulk would be there. Issue 30, there's just this forgotten villain who's a magician who gets beaten up easily. And that was all for Marvel Essential 2. Oh yeah, there's Howard the Duck, what Marvel Premiere something. There's made up villains in this that are pretty good. Like this guy. Very silly. Oh wait, that was the next page was the... Oh, it was Howard the Duck issue 12, so that's what happens. And here's the funny little splash page or full page art they do here. And again, you can check this out if you want. That was volume 2. Here is Marvel Essential The Defenders Volume 3. A lot simpler, just Defenders issues 31 through 60 and Annual 1. I think there's only one annual, and here you can see Valkyrie in her new costume. There's Luke Cage, Nighthawk, and I think this girl is the second person to call herself themselves Red Guardian. Here's the back. I think this is issue 51 of the Defenders with the Ringer's first appearance. There's Hellcat, she joins the team in here, so let's get to exploring. Those are almost all the same. You can see Defenders Essentials there. Again, Defenders issue 31. Crazy story, again more with Valkyrie and Barbara's husband. There's this character called the Elf with a Gun. I think this is his first appearance. No, this is his... What does it say here? Introducing the... Yep. The first appearance of the ever-reliable Wrecking Crew. What the heck? What the happened in the last Essential? I don't know why it says on the back of here, but... The Elf with a Gun, he's important later. He's actually why he's one of the reasons why the Doctor Strange, Hulk, Silver Surfer, and Namor aren't the Defenders anymore in the future. Or in the future of the Volume 1 series. Of course, Nighthawk stuff here. Gets Doctor Strange's help with Damien Hellstorm. Okay. This is Annual 1. Let me flip over to that cover. Oh no, it's issue 32. Oh my goodness. A lot of this stars them fighting the Headsmen. Oh, there's Ruby Thursday. Her orb for a head can change line. It turns out that they're working, and just Nebula the Celestial Man returns. And he wants to control the world by being super, you know, likable to everyone on Earth, and they'll all follow him, and it's really something that confused me, but yeah. Plant Man is in here, so that's kind of cool. Him and... Oh gosh. Of course, there's the Red Guardian. I don't think this is her first appearance in costume with the Defenders. Oh, it was a 2-issue thing fighting up. Yeah, Porcupine and the Eel are also working with Nebula and the Celestial Man. Valkyrie's actually in jail for a few stories. Here's the Defenders Annual 1 where they stop the Headsmen. It's a worldwide tale. Nighthawk does some cool things. Officially becomes I think it's when he officially becomes the leader. Like, taking over from Doctor Strange. Oh, maybe not. Here is a story that continues from Giant Size Defenders issue 4 with Egghead, because he teams up with villains like Rhino and Solar and another guy who I forget. But yeah, he's here. Let's keep going. Oh, Hellcat. This is also, yeah, I already said I know, but like, yeah, where Hellcat also officially joins the Defenders, and she's in the Defenders team for a very long time. Scorpio, this is a team up between a lot of the Defenders and Moon Knight. So a lot of people probably, yep, there's a Moon Knight pictures right here, know about that. And the stuff with Scorpio, it's actually a really good story for Scorpio, I think. Issue 51, the debut of the villain Ringer. Here's their hideout. Right here. Just simple. Then Hulk vs. Namor. Peter Parker cameos in this for like one panel. Oh well, I can't find it. But then there's stuff with the Red Guardian being reborn from a mastermind villain. Mini story with Clea, Doctor Strange's girlfriend. Oh, is this the Presence? Yeah, he was in Lego Marvel Superheroes too. So he was the one who did this to the Red Guardian. Of course, a little Nick Fury mini story. Miss Marvel helps out the team. The Carol Danvers Miss Marvel. Devil Slayer joins the Defenders here. He has his own story where this happens in the future, but I'll talk about that on that essential. The Ringer returns. I'm just guessing that from the cover. And yeah, that's, if I don't know any better, that is it when it comes to Essential Defenders Volume 3. Except the back here is really cool. Here's the Zodiac, so it has the official handbook of the Marvel Universe stuff in here in black and white. When it comes to Zodiac, Valkyrie, Doctor Strange, Hellcat, and the Defenders themselves, and you can see Gorgo hasn't even appeared in the series yet, but it says he does in issue 94, which is correct. Same thing with Beast, Angel, Iceman, Moondragon, Overmind. Overmind is only in like a few issues though. And yeah, that's the same like Fantastic Four. Oh yes, look, in Essential Volume 4 it starts off with the Amazing Spider-Man guest starring. Oh yeah, Hellcat gets a Shadow Cloak from Devil Slayer, which is kind of like Cloak's Dagger, or Cloak's Dagger, no, Cloak's Cloak and Dagger, the character Cloak, his power. Of course there's Doctor Strange, the Mariner, Hulk as founding members. It says right there, and yeah, you get it. Next up for me is Marvel Essential Defenders Volume 4, of course. And this is when they started putting pictures on the top of it and the number just plain there. As you can see, same thing right there. This picture is of the Defenders in Asgard. This very simply collects Defenders issues 61 through 91. As you can see, thing down there. This is really amazing. Of course, like at the end of there's Doctor Strange Volume 1. I think that's a new cover. Had Spider-Man in it, and they fought this guy called Lunatic, and not really Spidey's best look, but yeah. Next 3 issues were the Defenders team getting a whole bunch of people that wanted to be also a Defender, like Angel, who later did become a Defender, and Hercules, Nova, Falcon, Captain Marvel, Jack of Hearts, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. And it's because of this annoying guy who went to college with Valkyrie called Dollar Bill. And basically that's the whole story. Just crazy shenanigans between superheroes. Then in let's see, issue 65, the Red Guardian returned. There was some stuff with her. Then issues 66 through 68 was this return of Valkyrie to Asgard, and Hela is in it. Let's see what else there is, because something big happens with the return of the of the original Defenders. After this story with Lunatic, and they find out the truth about him, there's many different people to be called Lunatic. Stuff like that. And Fool Killer, I think this is the newest one, the one who fought Spider-Man Amazing Spider-Man 225, I think. The second Fool Killer makes his first appearance in this story. And here he blows up Nighthawk's mansion, so to say, which was where their headquarters were. The Omega Saga will crossover with Omega. Moondragon is in here, Yellow Jacket is in here. Moondragon joins the Defenders later. Some stuff. Lunatic again. Okay. I think I missed the cover. Oh, here's Mandrill. He becomes a big threat to the Defenders. The original Defenders of Doctor Strange, Hulk, and Namor Submariner go to the Dark Dimension to find an evil wizard. Black Panther is here. There's a weird environmental Save the Whales story. Of course, Mandrill, like I said. Hellcat and Black Panther right there, that's cool. The end of this has them team up with Daredevil. Since at the time, Mandrill was kind of a Daredevil villain. Oh yeah, and Hellcat. A lot of stuff is with Hellcat and the Defenders. They actually really like. Her mom actually dies in this story. Of course, I maybe should have said spoilers. Here's Daredevil. Issue 90, they fight Mandrill. And it's a really good Mandrill story as well, so that's what I have to say. With that, there's X-Men Volume 8, Amazing Spider-Man 8, Iron Man 2, and Hulk 4. Here we go. Next up was Essential of the Defenders Volume 5. With the Silver Surfer and Devil Slayer on the front, here is Dracula. On the back, Defenders issues 92 through 106. Marvel Team Up issues 101 and 111, and 116. And Captain America 260. And I think the issue right after Captain America 268, 269 was when Captain America fought Dr. Octopus, but that doesn't have anything to do with it. Here's the Gargoyles right here. There's Damien Hellstorm. You can read that there if you want. This whole compilation starts off with Marvel Team Up 101, which has Spider-Man team up with the superhero Nighthawk, and they fight Nighthawk's ex, and she has superpowers now, and she hates him, so that's a thing. Her name is Mindy. They meet Eternity, and I should say this as well. Issues 92 through the end of the Volume 1 Defender series has all been collected in the Marvel Epic Collection format in color, but they don't have as much of the Marvel team-ups as it does here, so little warning for that, if it has any Marvel team-up. Let's see what else. Damon Hellstorm joins the team officially. They fight the Nebula and the Celestial Man. He kind of manipulates the Submariner into attacking the surface world again. Damon Hellstorm, I don't know that much about him. The thing with this is Gargoyle was this old man called Isaac Christians or something, like I think that's how you say his last name. And to save his old town, he basically let himself be turned into a demon, and Hellcat gets possessed by basically the Satan / Mephisto. I mean, there's 4 different versions of Mephisto at this time in the Marvel Universe, so he turns Hellcat, and he says that Hellcat is his daughter. And this is where they team up with Dracula. Damon Hellstorm and Dracula does. Ghost Rider makes a guest appearance here with the Defenders. Devil Slayer as well. This is the story about Devil Slayer's old girlfriend being kind of manipulated into a cult. Happens here. There's Man-Thing. There's a lot of guest stars. I forgot how big it was. And then issues 99-100 is the big, giant finale. As you can see, there's Mephisto, Silver Surfer. Look at this cover of 100. All the Defenders ever work together to save the world that has been turned into literal hell. And they do. Save the world. Let me see what comes after. This is the cover for the Essential. It's just afterwards. Spider-Man teams up with Devil Slayer, except Devil Slayer is the Devil Slayer for most of the story is actually someone manipulating Spider-Man to do this work for them. These evil spider people, so that's what happens then. You get to see this Marvel team-up with Spider-Man and Valkyrie, and he uses Dragon Fang that kind of acts like Mjolnir, but it possesses Valkyrie to be evil for a while. Of course, there's 102, the return of Mindy, who has powers in this organization, is like doing experiments on her. Let's see if there's anything else to talk about. Okay, there's stuff with the Gargoyle, Devil Slayer, Damien Hellstorm. You can probably imagine. Oh, the Beast is in here. There's Daredevil, but I don't think in this issue is there. He puts on his costume. Beast and Mr. Fantastic also guest star here. Here it is. There's a. You see it. Let's see what else there is. Captain America 268, where they defeat the evil organization that was holding Mindy captive and save the world. But the big sad thing about this is Nighthawk actually sacrifices his life in this issue and dies to save the world. With Daredevil's help, of course, because, come on. I wish Daredevil was in more Defender stories. And yeah, that's volume 5. See some more books. These are all trade paperbacks. They're not even essentials, but still, it's kind of cool that they did that. Did I show you guys this? And then the side has, I think, Silver Surfer. Yep. And next up here is Marvel Essential: The Defenders Volume 6 with Beast, Gargoyle, Angel, and Valkyrie on the front. Here is, I think, issue 111, I forget which issue it is, but here's a cool picture of them fighting each other, sort of the new versus the old Defenders. As Defenders 107 to 124, New Defenders 125, which is just the continuing lineup of the Defender series, but they just changed the title to be called the New Defenders. Avengers Annual 11 and Marvel Team Up issue 119. We got stuff right there, and on the side is Gargoyle's face. Open it up and you see 4 again. There's the picture. Starts over with Defenders 107. Thinking about the death of a Nighthawk. It's so sad, and you make a little funeral for him and it's a big deal. Look at that artwork right there. Some more things with the Hellcat being sort of haunted by Valkyrie, because at the time they think she's dead. Of course, Spider-Man is here as well, and this all leads to a 3-part adventure where they fight the Enchantress and Valkyrie gets her body back, or completely to be hers, and Barbara Ann, kind of that person of her dies, I think. But there we go, very cool. Again, surprised that Spider-Man and all the other heroes were here. 110, there's Devil Slayer, another Devil Slayer solo story. This one, issue 111. Here, Hellcat reveals that she is actually not Satan's daughter and why he said so, and she reunites with her real father right here. Very nice. And the Overmind is here, and that leads it. Oh, that doesn't lead into this comic, but Avengers Annual 11 is here. Another Defenders versus the Avengers moment, all because the Celestial Man. There's this girl called a Celestial Woman that he likes, but she's kind of really the bad guy. But there's a manipulation where the Defenders are working with Nebulon, and the Avengers think Nebulon is bad. Here's the Celestial Man's true form, is this creature. It's kind of a cool thing they have here. The Gargoyle team-up was really good. Marvel Team Up issue 119, where they talk about old life and death. There's this moment where they team up with Squadron Sinister, and it seems like the Nighthawk, original Nighthawk, is back. Oh yeah, Scarlet Witch and the Vision also team up with them here. The thing is, the Nighthawk here is not Nighthawk from our Earth. He just thought he was. Silver Surfer, big battle against this creature. And it turns out that Overmind, this guy from the Fantastic Four comics back in the late 60s, I think, he's possessed by another creature who's actually not bad, so he becomes a good guy defender. This is such a stupid tale where they go to a Dr. Seuss-like land. I just don't know why that was made. Of course, some more things here, which is more character study. I would describe it as. Demon Hellstorm returns, and there's this demon that's taking over his life when he was away. Hulk fights this one girl. Oh, I think this was the cover. The cover of this story I'm flipping through right now was from right there. Anyway, Marvel Team Issue 120 and 121 has Damien Hellstorm, and he fights the Miracle, and the Defenders fight the Miracle Man returning, and he actually has miraculous powers this time. He's not faking it, but he actually gives up his powers willingly, I think. Oh gosh, maybe I'm forgetting the story right, but yeah, Miracle Man, the Fantastic Four villain, is here. That's cool. Of course, there's also a romance that happens between Damien Hellstorm and Hellcat, and here's the elf with the gun. This is very important. So what I was talking about the elf earlier is he was sent by these super big control the galaxy people. Oh yeah, and Nighthawk's nurse is a robot made by them to manipulate the Defenders, but they find that Doctor Strange, Namor the Submariner, and Hulk will accidentally destroy the world and one of their future victims, so they decide to not become they decide to not be the Defenders, and using this what the world becomes. This is what the cover of 124 is, the last just normal Defenders title. They go and fight aliens, but things happen, world gets destroyed, so they try to stop that, but the Defenders are kind of like, or Namor, oh, Silver Surfer's also here. Namor, Silver Surfer, Hulk, and the others was like, hey, why don't we just not be the Defenders anymore, and we give it to this new team called the New Defenders, and I just hate these covers in black and white. That's why I send the elf with the gun to kill random people and stuff like that. Moondragon's here, but at the time she was seen as a villain. She was the one who to teach Hellcat about her mind powers. That's the thing, Hellcat kind of has mind powers. And in issue 125, to go to the wedding of Hellstorm and Hellcat, and these bad guys that they chase throughout the story is like Mad Dog, who is Hellcat's ex-husband, and the Mutant Force from the criminal organization that they destroyed in issue 106. Yeah, that Nighthawk died from, but yeah, at the end, the Defenders changed their name with new people. And yay, it's really exciting, as you can see. And yeah, this is the back, just with issue 5. Next up is Marvel Essential The Defenders Volume 7. As you can see on the front is the New Defenders, and on the side is Valkyrie from this issue comic panel. You can read what it says there. It collects Defenders 126 to 139, Iceman 1 through 4, the miniseries, and also the miniseries Beauty and the Beast 1 through 4. And you can see here's the inside 1 through 3. I don't know what this is. This starts off with sorry, gotta scratch my face. Giant mutant that's escaped. I think his name is Leviathan or something, which is weird because I don't know. This continues on. They meet this new character called Cloud, and she becomes a part of the Defenders with Moondragon. She kind of grows close with her. And this is a cool cover, I think, in my opinion. This is a cover for the Epic Collection Volume 8. Anyway, they move into the Angels' place in California, I think. His sort of Cliff Mansion. That's where their new headquarters are. They fight the villain Professor Power. He's an X-Men villain. He's the leader of this sort of group that let Leviathan go and mutated or mind-controlled Cloud. Here's the new mutants fighting the New Defenders, but it only happens for like 2 pages, and then it's revealed they are making Moondragon kind of make that illusion for the team to fight. Then they fight. They're about to destroy the world. They stop. And then the Iceman miniseries comes in where he meets this girl, but she's like created from eternity or something like that. And he goes through a whole bunch of craziness, and he kind of revisits his whole history of being an X-Men, and the X-Men First Class, and then a champion, stuff like that. And he decides that love is super powerful, and that he won't just have a fake sort of life doing what he wants. This is a really cool story, issue 131. I'm pretty sure it's the first appearance of the hero or the villain, the Walrus, and I don't know if it's the first appearance of the hero Leapfrog, but while the Beast is at a college campus teaching, There's Leapfrog. I think he's going to be in the She-Hulk TV show. I think he's confirmed already. We saw him in the trailer, but I don't think he looked as cool as he does in the comics. And he fights the Walrus, a loser Spider-Man villain nowadays he's seen as. Issue 132 starts this thing of this monster virus thing, and it takes over the mansion, invades it, and it almost kills this one guy who just works down the street from them. Then the Beauty and the Beast miniseries. Dr. Doom is barely in it. I can't believe they have him on the covers, and he's barely in it. Basically, Dr. Doom's son. I kind of forget if it's his real son or just the guy who pretends to be his son, but that guy has mutant powers, and he does something with the Beast and Dazzler. And the Beast and Dazzler fight each other in this mutant fighting ring for the entertainment of, I guess, the wealthy of New York City and stuff like that. That's the Dr. Doom's son, what he looks like. And things happen, and they all survive, and it's so nice. The Beast and Dazzler are together, right? They get together? Pretty sure. But yeah, it's surprisingly, the miniseries are pretty good here. This guy is called Slaughter or something like that. Oh gosh, I'm sure I can find Manslaughter. And he goes around the mansion. Surprisingly, he's a good, formidable opponent to the Defenders. And yeah. Next issue is kind of a dumb one, sort of a not political one, but just a weird talking point one. Next one, Gargoyle. There's another being in Gargoyle that gets taken over, and he fights the Defenders for a few issues, and they win. The New Defenders, I'm not gonna go so specifically. Cloud has this ability to turn into a guy and a girl. That's kind of weird. They explain it that well, in the future, I'll talk about it in a bit. How that's explained. I think so. 138 and 139 I'm going to show here. Those are the last two issues in here. But the back of here is really cool because, as you can see, here's bios for Angel, the Beast, Gargoyle, Iceman, Moondragon, and Valkyrie. And then there's some stuff here, and then the last 6 essentials. And now, to end off the New Defenders reading, the Defenders Volume 1 reading order is Marvel Epic Collection, The New Defenders, or just Defenders Volume 9, The End of All Songs. As you can see, here's the cover with Gargoyle, Angel, Beast, and Valkyrie. I actually really like these Epic Collections as well. I think they're awesome. Yeah, these are in color, so you get to see a little bit more. It's more entertaining now. Anarchy is loosed upon the world while the Defenders fall. It's just the end of all songs. See, Volume 9 covers years 1984 to 1986, well, part of 1984. And then, you can read that there. It collects New Defenders 138 to 152 and Gargoyle, the miniseries, issues 1 through 4. And the first Epic Collection I ever read fully, which was just a few days ago. Here it lists off, there's Spider-Man volumes at the time, Ant-Man, Volume 1, Avengers volumes at the time, West Coast, Black Panther, Black Widow, Excalibur, Daredevil, Captain America, you get it. And again, this is how the order is, and then here we go. Look at that picture, 138. This has to do with Moondragon. They have new security where it looks like other heroes have guns and are fighting for intruders. Moondragon can see know by this evil part inside of her just called the Dragon. Angel's girlfriend, Cindy, something, maybe that's not her name. Oh gosh, I can't believe I forget. Oh, Candy Southern, that's her name. She becomes the new leader of the Defenders. Mantis is here, right? Or it's a mind version of Mantis that Moondragon creates. Also, Moondragon doesn't say anything through these issues that she's Drax the Destroyer's daughter, so maybe I'm going crazy. On the next issue, they meet this character, Red Wolf or something, and again, Moondragon fights, and there's these trolls that Valkyrie fights. Moondragon gets a new costume. Gargoyle gets his arm hurt, but that has to do with stuff. Oh no, that doesn't happen. The part about the guy who works down the road, he gets taken over by the weird alien parasite thing. It happens in this story, so yeah, it's in here, not in the not in the 7th essential, but they get taken over. It's really weird. Beast works to keep this guy alive, and they win thanks to does it show? Thanks to Moondragon. All they do for a time because it returns. The 4-issue Gargoyle miniseries is just basically the guy's life, and the Gargoyle that Christian Isaacs took over the demon inside that gargoyle basically took over his old body and stuff, and he wants to get his power back, and he does. Then the Isaac Christians as himself saves it, and there's manipulations and there's lies, and it's surprisingly better than I thought, a lot better than I thought it would be, just because the art's a little bit weird. It's a miniseries, so I just want to read about the Defenders. Here's this one again, another Senator Kelly is in this story. Should I say more? Probably not, because you guys already know if you know about the X-Men. More with Moondragon and her history right there. Valkyrie again fighting the dragon here. Part of Moondragon takes over her, turns her evil and crazy. They win, which is such a weird part. Like, this ends just like that issue ends. Like this has the original Ghost Rider Johnny Blaze, but he's not Ghost Rider anymore. He just shows up for fun. And of course Wolverine right here and Hulk with guns. That's just the security system. This also starts off Cloud's sort of mystery story about her, where she came from, and stuff like that. There's this one girl, I forget her name. She's part of the Atlantis Mariner world, and she's with this guy. I think he's a accountant or something. He's super not popular but rich. She stays with him for a while just to learn about Earth and the Defenders, to meet the Defenders and fight this one monster on Earth who's back. Forget why, but basically manipulates people to be their worst selves. Oh, it's explained here, but this guy, his body was taken over and he became again. More mind tricks, with Nick Fury wanting the Defenders to attack these innocents that look like demons, but of course they don't. And yeah, that's it. There's this funny story with these, it's not even funny actually, I don't like this story. There's these two goofy detectives or something. I don't mean like Monk or Columbo, I mean just annoying, and they work with them, and it's the return of Hellcat and Damien Hellstorm. And they're married, of course, but this is the only issue they're in after the big issue 125 to whatever. 149, oh yeah, Angel during a big fight against the Moondragon, he goes blind. So that's why stuff happens. They learn about Cloud's origin. She's like, here's an accident of car crash with these two people and lightning, and that made the Cloud, or Cloud's identity become real. Her big sister, so to say, is that girl with pink hair, and she's looking after Cloud or wants to help her. They go fight these people in space, but it's more of a misunderstanding, and they team up and they love Captain America because they hear about his star in his chest and he's awesome. And this being in the universe, this thing right there, is the Cosmic Cube. I don't think it's the same as the Tesseract from the movies, but that's an actual creature who pretends to be Captain America to save people from, and they fight this star thief who's taking away stars everywhere, killing galaxies, and they stop him. And there's another funny tale here with the dog. It's only like 4 pages, but it was just like manslaughter's in the next issue. Okay, you get it. There's this guy right here, but he's really useless until like the last story. Yeah, manslaughter fights them all, but it's revealed, hey, he's actually a he's here for good. Oh, and this guy's here to fight Moondragon. She's back and possessed by the dragon again. And Fool Killer also has mind powers, so he's a good asset when it comes to fighting. And issue 152, the last issue, is a crossover with Secret Wars, but this is really the only crossover it has, is with the Beyonder right here in these 4 pages. So just bringing her back. It's kind of ridiculous in my opinion that it happened, but double-sized issue, a whole lot happens. Angel can see again. And this guy, I forget his name, but he was teased to be a big deal, and I guess he kind of is, because he trained the manslaughter character or something. But the Atlantean woman and manslaughter sacrificed themselves to save everyone, and the big guy, they all turn to dust, and it's like, wow, they saved the world, how nice. Like I said, I'll make another video to talk about stuff later. Here's the gargoyle. Here's some cool concept art of covers. Oh, this is actually said, it is Essential Defenders Volume 7, yeah. I guess that's because the first 2 issues in here also were in there, so they wanted to acknowledge that. And of course, can it focus? More Fantastic Four, Hulk, Iron Man, Moon Knight, New Mutants, Power Man, Iron Fist, X-Men. X-Force, Thor, Wolverine, and Silver Surfer, Punisher, you get it. I kind of want to show you guys the covers for issue 152 and 150. So yeah, here's issue 150, a double-sized issue. And then here's issue 152, the last issue for volume 1, another double-sized issue. Very nice. So that was the Defenders reading order. All 152 issues in the mini-series and little crossovers in Marvel Team-Up, and of course what happened to start off the Defenders all the way in Marvel Essential Volume 1. Hope you enjoyed.